Alright, so tomorrow is Christmas Eve, and I figured a lot of people will be getting their new guitar or their first guitar, and I thought I'd give you some tips for my first lesson. And instead of really teaching you how to play guitar, I'm gonna give you a guidance on what you need at first. So today you guys are lucky. You can get on your iPhones or your Samsung or Androids or whatever and download these apps. The two biggest apps you're going to need, or two biggest things you're going to need, is a metronome and a tuner. You can get on the apps on the phone, you can get a metronome and a tuner, but I also suggest getting one of these little tuners. You put on your guitar, everything's in tune. Because when you're first starting out, the biggest thing is being out of tune and not playing on time. When I first started out, we had these little pitch pipes, and you'd blow into it to get your E and all that. Or you could, be on a piano, but if the piano's not tuned right, you're learning the sound wrong. So, yeah, get a metronome, get a tuner, always be in tune. The first thing I'll teach you now is just like power chords. It's, you're going to have to put like your first and third. You're going to skip a fret in between and one string down. Sounds like I'm out of tune. Yep. There we go. So, yeah, see how good it is? Yeah. So, whatever fret the top one is, you go down 2 frets and down 1 string. It's called a power chord. All punk, all metal uses them, But as you're learning, the first thing you're going to realize is it's going to sound horrible. Everything you play is going to be like... And you're going to hit wrong notes and, But we all have to go through it. It's all part of learning, Then you also have, like your open strings. Okay, so for clean, I'll teach you 2 chords. The E chord, E minor and E major, then there's A and A minor. The thing is, you're going to be playing them like this though. And it's going to take a while to get it down. So you just want to make sure you press everything nice and clean. E, for the E, it's open 6, 2nd fret on the 5th, 2nd fret on the 4th. Then the major is first on the 4th one down. Then you take your first finger off, that's minor. A is basically the same thing, just 1 string down, except minor is with your first finger here, and then major you move down 1. But a lot of people, to do major A, they just do it like this. Minor, major, major, minor. Then you got G, which is 6th string 3rd fret, 5th string 2nd fret, and then down here on the bottom string you can do 3rd fret. A lot of people do different ways. They do it like that, like that, like that. So, but basically, you know, these 3 chords you can learn all kinds of songs, you know. Many songs are those 3 chords. So, the best thing I could suggest is, you know, at first you're going to be going like this. You're going to get the chord down, get the thing, okay. And then you're going to strum it down. Then you're going to stop, and then you're going to go to the next chord. Then you're going to stop and go to the next chord. But a little trick you can do is don't stop your picking hand. Now I can't pick because my arm's messed up, but if you keep this going, yeah, the more you keep this hand going, it'll force this hand to do the right things. Now it's going to take a while and you're going to hit wrong notes and it's going to sound horrible, but don't stop strumming. It'll teach this hand, you know, your mind will adapt it to teach this hand to work better. And just keep practicing, because at first, you know, you're going to sound horrible. We all did. You know, I've seen a lot of people pick up the guitar and then a couple months down the line, it's like, oh man, how's your playing going? And they're like, oh, it's just a hobby to me. I'm not really interested in it. I kind of dibble and dabble here, but, you know, you got to decide. Do you want to really play? Do you want to become something? Or, you know, is it just goofing around? Because if you're just goofing around, you're basically wasting your time. You might as well do something else, because you're not going to get good just messing around. You need to practice. And then a month later, you'll see some progress. And then 2 months, you'll see more and more and more. And then all of a sudden, you'll be like playing these songs and riffs, and it all sounds good. Download the app, a metronome, and a tuner. Or get yourself a little tuner like this that goes on the guitar. And, you know, another thing is, what I think is, if you can ever afford it, or as quick as you can afford it, buy a bass. Learn bass and guitar together. And then when you can afford a little bit more, get like Reaper, get a DAW. Because that is what's going to teach you. You know, I got this one for like $100 at a pawn shop, and it was brand new. So you can get them cheap. Just get any bass. And as you're learning bass and guitar, the more you play the bass, the easier the guitar is to play. It's like kind of goes back and forth, you know, building up your finger styles and all that. But then get a cheap DAW. If you buy like an audio interface, like PreSonus audio box for like $100, it comes with Studio One Artist. Once you get your DAW, you'll find there's drum loops, and you can go online and just put free drum loops in. You can find them all over the place. Then you just put a loop in. Yeah, you put your loops on in your DAW, hook your bass or whatever to the interface. You know, you have your bass first, so you just put down some bass tracks. And it doesn't have to be hard. Watch this. Anything easy. You got your drum there. 2 notes, watch this. Just the 3rd and the 5th. Then you'll just go back, plug in your guitar. Real easy. And I'm just going to do the A and the G like I told you. And then, you know, you start, that teaches you how to get a beat and kind of how to play with a drummer. The best thing you can do is play with a drummer, or even just go on YouTube, find these backing tracks, or, you know, they have all kinds of backing tracks or jam tracks, and just strum along to them or whatever you need to do, but just get practicing. Learn how the melody sounds, learn how the beat goes, you know, learn to play on time. And just practice and practice and practice. Because at first, it's going to suck. It's horrible. When you first try to play an instrument, it is discouraging and it just beats you down. So, just keep at it, you know, or you're wasting money and wasting time. Just give it your all. And good luck. Merry Christmas, and hope you all have a good New Year's. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Take it easy.